नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanandam. I welcome all of you for this live broadcast of Akashic Readings. Today, you'll have a live Q&A session where you can ask me any questions that you are having regarding Akashic Readings, different Shaktis that we are manifesting, or even different possibilities that exist in you. Any question that you are having, you can ask me. You can put your questions in the comments, and I'll be answering it to you live. I wanted to share a few things that's been happening continuously here. The different manifestation of various Shaktis that all the Balasans are doing, and different possibilities that are being expressed just through these Shaktis. Starting, Swamiji actually initiated all of us into this third eye awakening, and where we were able to, first power that expressed through us was all of us were able to blindfold our eyes and see. Anything that we wanted to see, we were able to see like that. Then after that, we all went to the next level of actually 360-degree vision. Then, like, not just seeing the straight, you'll be able to see if here, keep the book up and see, keep the book in this side and see, like this. So many different places we were able to keep the book and see it, blindfolding our eyes. Like this, so many like nice possibilities started expressing. We were able to keep a book behind one more book and read that book. Like, I'm keeping a pad here, and behind that I'm keeping a book, and my eyes are blindfolded, and I'll still be able to see what is there in the book. So this power also started expressing through us. It was very exciting at the start. We thought that is the ultimate power. There can be nothing, like, what can be more than that? Then suddenly Swamiji told one day that so we'll be able to do body scanning. Means like how an X-ray machine can scan your body, like it will tell, okay, this is where the problem is, this you have problem in your bone. There's so many different things that an X-ray machine can tell. Same way, we will be able to see your body through our third eye. We'll be able to close our eyes, scan your whole body through our third eye, and after that, we'll be able to see the internal organs exactly how the way it is. Even X-ray is like not 100% sure, because just X-rays that is going, but we will be able to tell exactly what problem is there where, including the stone in the kidney or the blockage in the heart artery, that whatever it may be, we'll be able to, even sugar level in the blood, like literally the whole different tests that you can do through various different things, we'll be able to do just through a third eye scanning. Then when that power came, we thought like, whoa. First, when Swamiji told us, like, okay, it may happen, we didn't even know how it is going to happen. Then suddenly we started closing our eyes and trying to scan, and everything came out correct. Including, we'll be able to tell the temperature at which you are having fever. Like, there's so many different things. Then after that, Swamiji showed us the next power. Next power was what? Is like, we'll be able to scan lost objects. Today, lots of crowd is there for this Akashic reading. I'll tell about the Akashic reading. Before that, I'll just tell about what are the different powers that we are expressing through our third eye. The Akashic reading is one more, it's an extraordinary power. Before going to that, like, I'll tell you how we went to that. So after this, after body scanning, we all started expressing one more power of finding out the lost objects. How the whole thing started was, one person was there in Thailand, and she had actually left her luggage she had misplaced her luggage. And she phoned a Gurukul Balasant here and told that, like, her luggage is missing, can you tell where is it? The luggage is missing, and the kid does not know what kind of luggage it is. The kid does not know how Thailand looks like, or where, especially the hotel where she is, nothing he knows. And the kid was here in India, in Bangalore, in Gurukul he was sitting, and this person is there in Thailand. So from Thailand, when she called and asked, he asked to just describe the luggage. She described the luggage. Immediately he told, go down. There is a room like this. He described the room. He described the whole area where the luggage is. Around it, what other luggages are there, how it got misplaced there, and how, when if she goes, she'll find. And we were like, okay, is it really going to be true? We all were waiting, and she went exactly the way the Balasan described, exactly like that. She found the luggage. So then we came to know, so even this possibility also exists. Then all of us started trying out in different ways, and slowly we saw different ways in so many places. It started appearing like 2 years ago they lost a jewelry and we were able to scan, and people used to come here, like continuously people come here, and we'll be able to scan the objects and tell them, or anything that we want to know where it is, we'll be able to scan and find out. I thought, okay, what else can be there more greater than this? Then of course, as usual, Swamiji makes like, okay, that is all one level. Swamiji told very clearly, this whole third day awakening is just not even one strand of my jata. It's not, so he told the next power is, we'll be able to see long distance. I thought, okay, sit here and maybe see, if I'm seeing 25 meters now, I'll be able to see 30 meters. But that wasn't the case. I'll be able to sit here and see what is happening in your place. I'll be able to sit here and see what is happening in US. I'll be able to sit here and see what is happening in Australia. That was an awesome thing. We'll be able to sit here and see any place that we want to. And much more than that, we all started expressing various different powers that exist. Like just in this remote vision, we'll be able to tell from sitting here, I'll be able to scan and find out where the person is moving and all those things. So like this different possibilities started expressing through us, which made us think that, not even think, like which made us feel so incredible about us, which made us feel so powerful about us. And this one amazing thing is what is making us continuously move. This one amazing thing is only like when we started expressing the powers, it started giving a lot of confidence inside ourselves. Then after that, Swamiji is continuously initiating us into further powers. Like after that, he initiated us into this power where we'll be able to scan houses. Like for example, you come and ask me how your house looks like. I'll be able to scan to the detail, like I'll be able to draw your house and show you. Though I don't know you, I have no idea about you or no idea about your background. I don't know where you are from. But I'll be able to scan and tell you and describe intricate details, including the color of your sofa, color of the paint of the house, or what position it is kept in, everything clearly. So these powers were very nice, but even in these powers, we were able to see it to a certain level. After that, Swamiji took us to the next level of beetle leaf reading. You all know beetle leaf, right? Beetle leaf, we'll be able to put the Jnananjanam. Jnananjanam is a pure, we are having a person stay, she is asking, Nityanandam, are you able to locate missing persons and see if they are alive or dead? Yes, for sure, you can come here and ask in the Akashic readings. We'll surely be able to tell you whether the person is alive or dead or where is the person, everything clearly. So, continuing about how the powers started expressing through us. So, then Swamiji gave us this Jnananjanam. Jnananjanam is like one black kajal kind of thing. See how it is made is, the pure cotton wick is taken and it is taken in a silver lamp with ghee, pure cow ghee poured in it, and lamp is lit. Swamiji's third eye, Swamiji energizes the whole lamp through the third eye, and what that soot kind of thing, that black thing that comes, it's collected in a silver bowl, and from that silver bowl it is taken and pure cow ghee is mixed in that. So it will be like almost like a black paste. And that paste, if we apply it on all the three eyes, we'll be able to, our whole third eye gets awakened and we'll be able to express so many powers. We'll be able to see anything. It looks so, the world looks different with Jnananjan and without Jnananjan. So that's what we all started doing. We were able to scan through a third eye and do all these things. So we had this beetle leaf on which we applied this Jnananjan. and applied it on all the 3 of our eyes also. And we were able to see things so clearly on this Jnananjan, much better than just seeing, just like that seeing. We were able to see it so clearly in this Jnananjan on the beetle leaf. So no, we were able to see details like including like how I told you the position of the sofa, everything so clearly. And Swamiji told not just this, this is just one level power. You can do it even in the next level of seeing it in the mirror. We're like mirror, and Swamiji told yes. In the mirror, we'll apply the Jnananjan, and just like how we see through that, like we'll be able to see anything that we want, any place, any person. We'll be able to see it in the mirror. Not just we seeing it. The amazing thing is we'll be able to show it to you also. Even you wanted to see anything, we'll be able to show that thing to you. Whatever we are seeing, we'll be able to show it to you. Then Swamiji gave one more power where we'll be able to not just see, we'll be able to listen to the sound also and describe you the sound. That was awesome. Like if for example you're asking for any place, or we'll be able to describe the place and the sounds that are going on in that place. And we'll be able to project things to you. Like for example, I want to show you something. I want to show you my home. Not just describing. This just describing and all is too old fashioned. Now what we'll do is we'll be able to apply the whole thing on the mirror, Jnananjan on the mirror, and I'll be able to project an image. I'll be able to project. I'm not going to use anything external. Just my third eye. I'll be able to project the whole picture of my house, and I'll be able to show it to you. You will be able to see it. After this, Swamiji initiated us into the next level. I know he's going on initiating us into next levels, where the whole granite slab, in a granite slab, it's called as a Krishna Shila. In the Krishna Shila, we'll be able to, we applied this Jnananjan on that, and in that we'll be able to see everything in a HD quality, best quality pictures, not pictures moving, video along with the audio. Anything that we want to see, we will not just about what is there right now, we will be able to see even what happened in the past, like what was there happening during Meenakshi's time. You want to see that place, and not just me seeing it, I'll be able to show it to you also. So this was also one more power. We'll be able to see the position of the sun, we'll be able to see what is happening in the galaxy, we'll be able to see so many such amazing things, which even normal human eye, it's difficult to see. Most of the things that we're seeing in Krishna Shila, even normal human eye cannot see. Even if you can see, not sitting here, you cannot see it. Like how can I see what is there happening in Mars? No. But I'll be able to see it in the Krishna Shila and show it to you. So this was, and we thought, okay, this is the ultimate power, there can be nothing beyond this. Then Swamiji told, we always studying, of course in Gurukul studies is completely different. We do have this Pearson Edexcel board. IGCSE syllabus, International GCSE, that is our syllabus. That's what we study. But the studies here itself is completely different in Gurukul. In Gurukul, I'm studying in Gurukul. I'm Balasant of Nityananda Gurukul. Gurukul is a school where the whole thing moves by powers. Literally Harry Potter school. Even in Harry Potter school, you're going to have competition, so many negative thoughts and all those. And there's going to be black magic. Here it is Shaktis, powers that is actually existing in us and can be replicated in you. Everyone can express. Such powers is what is continuously expressing through all of us, and that is our lifestyle in Gurukul. Gurukul is a school which completely runs with the help of powers. So that's why, so in Gurukul we were studying the normal studies. It used to be very fast, like we'll just scan the books and we'll study. Like I want to learn a chapter, all I do is I'll just go through the pages and that's all. I'll have it in the memory. We have no homeworks, we have no question of carrying books. It's like totally no stress at all, no anger in school. In Gurukul, no one is allowed to get angry, even the teachers cannot get angry. No, there is no one who will shout at us, there is no peer pressure. This is a major problem that people outside face, peer pressure. Anything I want to do, I'll do it for my friends. Anything I want to do, I'll do it like whether my friend likes it or not. I'll decide based on that. Whether I want to go to a particular place or whether I want to wear a particular dress, I'll decide it based on whether my friends will like it or not, whether my group will agree to it or not. But in Gurukul, that is not be the case. anything that we decide in Gurukul is based on the context. Why we do what we do. We have the clear context. If I am applying Bhasma, if I am putting this Vibhuti, I know why should I do it. If I am wearing this traditional clothes, if I am wearing this Rudraksha jewelry, I know why I am doing what I am doing. So, because of all these different things, the context is so clear, we don't have peer pressure. And anyone who comes in also, we never force them to do anything. All we do is we just give them the right context and they'll be able to do. We have a question from Narala. Can you please tell me who was my guru in previous birth? You can know answers for all these questions. You can come for the Akashic readings. It's happening every day. I know you can see that continuously people are coming and having it read. And you can come here and get your Akashic readings read for you. Every day it is there. In that they'll reveal anything that you're having about your past, any question that you're having about your past, present and future. So this is what is continuously happening now. You can come here and we have Shri Nitya Swarupan asking, Nityananda, I need to know about the depth of my DNA. Yes, you can come here and you can get your question about the DNA also be revealed through the Akashic readings. Because I don't know how much the science has evolved to find out all those things. You can come here, Akashic readings is much highest thing. So you can come here and you can ask in the Akashic reading and they'll be able to answer it to you. Narala is again asking, my past birth, can you please reveal? Yes, ma, you can come here and you can have the Akashic reading kids itself to reveal it to you. Because in Akashic reading, the whole space that we need to be, there is completely different. Deepak, can you please tell what are cosmos? Okay, what is cosmos? See, usually in science we call cosmos to be just the sky or like galaxy and all those. But we need to know there's not just one universe that exists. What we know as universe, what we know of whatever we discovered about particular galaxies itself is so small compared to universe. There are universes. Whole thing that exists is what I'm calling as cosmos. Actually, whenever I refer to cosmos, I usually refer to the existence itself. Whatever is there, I'm just referring to that. So cosmos, here I mean like everything that is existing, including whatever you're seeing around you, whatever is existing within you. I'm telling whatever is existing within you is also as part of cosmos. Because Swami just clearly told, everything that is existing around us, inside and outside. There's nothing called as inside and outside. There's no separation. The separation itself is created by us. It's like there is a river which is flowing. And you're putting a long bamboo stick, which is again floating on the river. If you're going to be like an ant, seeing the whole bamboo stick will look so huge for you, and you will think that part of the river is completely different from this part of the river. You will divide the whole river into two parts. But if you're maybe a little better, bigger organism, you'll be able to see both the sides, but you'll still think there's a separation. But only when you're at a much higher level where you realize it's just a bamboo stick and you can throw it, you'll clearly know that there is no separation at all. There is only one whole river where a bamboo stick is on it. Same way, there is no separation between whatever you call as inside and outside. It's just a different level of cognition that we are having. So cosmos is everything put together. Shri Nitya Swarupan is asking whether 2 ways possible. No, you can register. I'll be sharing the Akashic link with you in the comments today, and you can register using that link. Once you register, we'll be able to give a Zoom ID to you so that you can come on to me and ask. Swatma Priyananda is asking how to overcome morning laziness and wake up in the morning. Morning laziness is something, if you encourage, you're going to encourage it not just at morning, throughout your whole day. This thing has to be overcome, because if you're having it, you'll miss your enlightenment just like that so easily, just through your laziness. Laziness is something very how it like that, if that incompletion is there in you, if you have that pattern in you, you'll unnecessarily attract so many other patterns into yourself. You'll get into different cognitions, you get into much lower cognitions, all those different things are there. So you should be very clear not to encourage his laziness. For that, first you need to logically understand one thing. You don't need any coziness, you don't need any separate laziness. Actually, how much ever I talk to you, one thing you have to do is you have to get initiated by Swamiji, because once that bliss is there in you, you should be waiting for the next day. Like that's what all of us in Gurukul do. Every time we go to night, sleep itself at night, we be so late. Sometimes like past few days we are going at 10:30, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock and all to sleep. And again next day morning 4:30 we are up, alive, fresh. Because continuously what we are waiting for is, oh, when am I going to see Swamiji? That whole bliss experience that happens for us along with Swamiji. Whenever we see Swamiji doing satsang. It's live on Nityananda TV. You can watch it anytime. Like when we're waiting for that experience only to happen, when we're continuously waiting for that, then automatically we see we're up alive for the next day. Like each night, even if we sleep a few hours, that's enough for us. And what we do is we strongly decide. We'll be ferocious with ourselves. That's what you need to do. You be ferocious with yourself of how can you overcome morning laziness. Watch satsang every day. Don't miss satsang. And this is my thing to all of you. Never miss satsang. Whatever might happen, watch satsang. Is there live on Nityananda TV? You can come here and sit and listen to it live. But that satsang only is going to continuously keep you entangled and continuously make you move. So make sure you are up during the morning. Make sure you are clear that you are going to do what you want to do, what the purpose of your life is. Be very clear with the purpose of your life. If this is what I want to do, only if I'm in integrity with this, my life is going to move forward. Otherwise, I'm going to get stuck and I'm going to be in different problems. We are not here to have different problems. And so after deciding continuously, even if after you being ferocious with yourself, if you're still not able to handle it, come here, get the Akashic readings revealed, find out what exactly you're supposed to do. In Akashic readings, they'll be able to give you what your problem is and the solution for your problem. So you can come here, have your Akashic readings revealed and get your whole laziness out of you. And just see how amazingly your life is moving forward. So you guys can ask me any question that you're having regarding the Shaktis, different powers, Akashic reading, anything, and post it in the comments. I'll be able to answer it to you live right now. Anything, it may be about the different powers manifesting, or why you're not able to manifest a power, or how you can even share your experience of how your power is manifesting. All these different things you can post it in the comments and I'll be answering it to you. So I was talking to you about the powers before answering this question. I was talking to you about the Granite Slab, the Krishna Shila power. And after that, Swamiji initiated all the Balasans into downloading, just in a sense for all the people who are joining in now. I was talking about how right now Swamiji is continuously initiating all of us into various different powers. I was just describing how the whole thing started, from which power it started, like third eye, blindfold reading, body scanning, like that different steps. You're going up again. And now Swamiji initiated us into downloading books into our brain. Like how, you might have seen this in movies maybe. You take a book, scan it, and it's there in your brain already. That, I don't even need to touch a book now. I can just download a book. I'll tell, okay, this is the book I need to download in me. It will download the book into my brain. No device is used in this, just the third eye. And after that, if you give me any exam, I'll be able to answer you verbatim, telling you, including which page it is in. Even if there's a spelling mistake, I'll be able to write the answer along with the spelling mistake. So, such precise, verbatim, we'll be able to tell the answers and download any books into our brain. So that was one more power given by Swamiji to us. Then after that, exams became redundant to us. We go on, like I'm studying my 12th grade now, and I don't sit and study and all. I go on writing exams after exams after exams. It's so easy for me now because all I need to do is download the information in my brain and write it. That's all. So I know so many people out there are like, is it really possible? If you are a student especially, I tell you, you'll get rid of such a huge stress. A huge blockage in you will be removed. Then you'll see amazing power starts manifesting, especially if you're an Indian. If you're an Indian student, you have to get this. I know this, like the whole education system is like becoming more and more stress and torture to all the kids. But I tell you, after Swamiji initiating us into this power, how cool I'm sitting and I'm able to talk to you now. I'm not sitting and studying now. All I do is I'll download the whole information in my brain and I take the exam and I'll be able to write the exam. So that's been amazing. I tell you, even because of this power, even 12-year-old kids have already finished their 12th grades. So many such powers are there in us. And after that, Swamiji initiated is into something called as in 3 dimensions: length, depth, breadth and depth. Length is connected to this logic. Any place where a logic can penetrate into that dimension, all those areas can be accessed by this length dimension. So when Swamiji initiated us into this length, knowing information, like I'll be able to sit here and I'll be able to know any information that you're asking. I'll use my Krishna Shila and answer you. Like I'll be able to tell what is the distance between sun to Mars, or how many days, what is the temperature in Alaska, what is the temperature in Australia, what is our temperature in Sydney. So many different things we started expressing through this length dimension. We are having a question from Saj. How can I manifest the powers faster? I'll answer you. I'll just finish this thing and I'll answer you. Then when Swamiji initiated us into the breadth dimension, we were able to clearly see. Breadth is connected to these emotions. So after we got initiated into this breadth dimension, we were able to see every artistic features. We were able to do that same artistic features. Like I'll be able to exactly draw a whole carving which is there in a particular temple. So all those different things, we were able to get it and we were able to do it. So that is what expressed through us during this breadth dimension. Then depth dimension, we were able to move objects physically. I'll get back with you with more information and I'll tell you whatever is happening in this depth dimension. It's amazing. Before that, I'll just answer all these questions. So how can I manifest the powers faster? Main thing, you have just commit to yourself and be in the integrity with the master. All the powers that need to manifest through you will manifest. All you need is just integrity. Aligned to integrity, you'll start manifesting. We have a question from Adam. Hello, if people have spent past lives around incarnations and masters, why do they return and take another body? Why are they not liberated? Very good question. All these beings who have lived with incarnations in their past lives and have missed their enlightenment just like that. When our Akashic readings were revealed, we even came to know, like for example, when a kid was like a Balasant now, she's a Balasant now. In a previous life, she was with Meenakshi. She missed her enlightenment just by like in one touch. When Meenakshi was about to touch her to be enlightened, we don't know the body language of the enlightened beings. Casually, she was about to touch. She missed that touch and then she held it back. She missed her enlightenment in that. There is so many beings, whomsoever is here, we missed our enlightenment just in one small thing. But the amazing possibilities, amazing space that we all built in our past lives is only getting us now into this space to live with Swamiji, to live with around him and get that enlightenment back to us and start radiating it to us. So we all are called as Yoga Prashtas who have landed here. I tell you, all of you, if you all look into past lives, you will know there will be some connections like this. That is why you're even watching this video. That's why you're even getting to know about all these things. So that is what all of us got to know, and that is when we're aligning to that, we're just seeing so many powers starting to manifest through us. And when we'll get enlightened in this body, we'll surely get liberated. It's just for enlightenment we all have landed into these bodies. And Ma, can you explain about integrity to Guru? Yes. See, we use Guru Bhakti. Usually we tell offering few flowers at Guru's feet or doing some puja at Guru's feet or just speaking about him few words. We call that as Guru Bhakti. Or some nice feeling we're having towards him, we call that as Guru Bhakti. But no, that is not Guru Bhakti. Not just that is Guru Bhakti. Guru Bhakti is you are learning all the four images that you are having to the highest possibility. How you think your Guru wants you to be. You are learning all your four images to that. Doing whatever each situation thinks. How does my Guru want me to be in this moment? How does he want me to respond? When each time you think like that and align yourself, what you're doing is only being in integrity with the Guru. Then you'll see, because you're continuously aligning yourself, all the broken parts of you gets aligned. You'll be one being, and because you're one, now any energy which is poured in you can manifest through you. So this is what I mean by Guru Bhakti. And being in integrity with the Guru. Vishwani, we are having a question from Vishwani. Why is my coccyx pain still here despite from Swamiji's blessing? Yes, Swamiji has blessed you and it will get healed. Just trust that and leave it. Even if it gets healed also, again and again, what you do is you go on. I just don't want to mention your name, but I tell you, usually people do that. Any pain that happens in our system is nothing but we deciding against life. When Swamiji heals us, our biomemory immediately listens to him and gets back to its original telling, okay, I'm all alive, I'm going to be like this. But after some time, when we start deciding against life, again our biomemory falls back and gets into all these pains. So best thing for you is come attend a program of Swamiji, get all your incompletions cleared, then you see whether any pain even can exist in you. Again we are having a question from Saj. How can one develop greater integrity to Swamiji? Get blessings from Swamiji and come for darshan here. Watch satsang every day. Because only when you watch satsang every day, it's going to be best entanglement that you're going to be having, and that will help you to raise your integrity to the highest level. And make sure you're always connected to the Sangha. Make sure you're always again and again being an active part of the Sangha. Because Sanghas live, like Swamiji living in each one of your house, continuously living with you 24/7, working on you continuously. So you being an active part of the Sangha and you being in integrity with the Sangha and watching satsang every day, these two things will amazingly help you to get integrity. I'll be coming live every day for this Akashic Reading show. You all can come here and have your Akashic Readings read physically for you. Any questions that you're having from past or whatever is happening in the present, you can get them answered live. So, I'm concluding the session for today. Thank you all for watching this video. You all can join me live every day and ask your questions in the comments, and I can answer it to you live. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Sadguru Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you all. Nityanandam.